Hi, welcome back. Today I'd like to spend a few minutes and talk about Hyun Sao. Now, Hyun Sao, very interesting technique. It's one of those techniques everybody sees Ton and Bong and Phuc, and they forget about Hyun Sao. But Hyun Sao is actually very, very important, very, very valuable. It's one of the techniques, or it is the technique, I would say, that most gives me the feeling of being like water. So when I play the Chi Sao and I have this hand on center, more or less, and somebody tries to take my hand off center, Hyun Sao is the technique that's going to let me dissolve that and let them continue to go off center. Or if they push, I can use the Hyun Sao to come underneath and return my hand back to center. So it's very, very valuable. When somebody is pushing, it's not uncommon for a person to run the whole hand, the whole arm. It's not always necessary. You want to minimize movement. If you can dissolve that push or that force with just your wrist, that's going to save you a lot of time, allow you to keep your hands on center so you can hit. So if we're playing the single hand Chi Sao, for example, you've got your Ton here. If we're playing this position and Matt pushes sideways, what lots of people do is they get caught up here, they get hung up on this hand. And then this one, as you can see, has a free line to hit. What we're going to do is use our Hyun Sao to dissolve this a little bit. So if he pushes out, I can run my hand around to the inside. I now have the inside, I have control of that bone, I can hit. So it gives me the ability to quickly push outside, oop, there it goes, to quickly get my hand back on center. An interesting tidbit is that if Matt pushes kind of up and out, then I'm gonna run to the inside. I'm gonna run to the underneath. But if he pushes kind of down and out, then I can use my Hyun Sao this way to hit. So if it's going down, I'll come over the top with my Hyun and hit. And if it's going up, I'll run underneath of it. So I'm gonna sense the direction. And then push outwards, yeah. And then based on what I feel, I'll choose whether I Hyun over top or underneath. So I've got a little bit of sensitivity in there as well, so I'm feeling the direction, and then I'm using the Hyun Sao to dissolve. So if we're playing the Chi Sao here, and I feel a little bit of outward pressure, you can't give outward pressure with that one, there's no outward pressure, you'll get hit. If I feel some outward pressure with this one, I can run to the inside, gives me the line to hit. Hyun Sao here gives me the control, and I now get to hit. So it's going to give me a fair bit of flexibility in how I can bring my hand quickly back to center. The other thing I want to mention about Hyun Sao comes a little bit later in the system when you're familiar with how to use the hip and how to coordinate the hip with the body. And this flexibility becomes important. This flexibility that we do in Silam Tao. As you know, when we do Silam Tao, we do Hyun Sao 3 times. That should be a little bit of an indicator about its importance. But I can now use my stance to, if this is a little bit strong on center, I can use my stance and my elbow to clear this hand. So I can hit. Hold that on center. So I can put a bit of power, a bit of jing into using this Hyun Sao to clear that hand off center, give me the open line to hit. That's all I'd like to say about Hyun Sao for this lesson. Once again, I thank you all for watching. I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, bye for now.